Yeah. Hello everyone, welcome back. In the previous video, we saw how to construct a prefix table for a given pattern. Now let's see how exactly the KMP string matching algorithm works. As we know, the input for any string matching algorithm is a text as well as a pattern. Now there is a text here of size 15 characters and had been given with a pattern of size 5. Now I need to apply the KMP string matching algorithm to this. We'll see the algorithm later. First we'll see how exactly algorithm works. If we know how exactly algorithm works, then it will be easy for us to write or discuss the algorithm. Now as I told earlier in my previous video that the first thing that we are supposed to do is we need to construct a prefix table for the given pattern. So this was my pattern. Now I need to construct the prefix table for this particular pattern. So let me denote my prefix table with a symbol pi. Now for the first character, we know that the prefix value here is 0. Next I need to consider for AB. So it is A and B. So A does not match with B. So there is no match here. So this is also 0. Next was ABA. A and A matches. AB does not match with BA. So there was a match here. So even this size was 1. Next was AB. Now A does not match with B. The last character does not match. But AB, the first two characters and the last two character match. I'll just check with ABA and BA. B. This does not match. This size is also 2. Next, I'll go for the last character. The last character was AB, D. E and D does not match. This does not match, and D has been introduced for the first time, so there is no meaning in going for the other iterations. So directly this is equal to 0. So this was the first step. Now I have constructed the prefix table for the given pattern. Now to check how exactly KMP string matching algorithm works, let me use two variables. One variable by name I, which is pointing to the index of the text, the first character of the text, and one more variable by name Q, which is initialized to 0 here. Note that, okay, I is being initialized to 1. But Q is not initialized to 1. We can do some modification so that the algorithm works fine. But I'll use the same algorithm as given in Corman, wherein in Corman he uses a variable by name Q and it is being initialized to 0. Now what we are supposed to do is we need to compare. Just write the basic step of the KMP string matching algorithm, wherein I need to compare T of I. Let me take T is nothing but my text. Compare T of I with P of Q plus 1. Now what happens is, if you compare T of I is A and P of Q plus 1 is also A. If both are same, if in this case I'm comparing T of I with P of Q plus 1, if they are same, what we are supposed to do, increment I as well as increment Q. Let's see. We'll do this particular step and we'll see what changes needs to be done later. Now T of I is A and P of Q plus 1 is also A. Now increment I and increment Q. So now I need to increment I as well as I need to increment Q. Next, compare T of I, that is compare B with compare B with B. Both are same. Now increment I and increment Q. Next, compare T of I, that is A, with P of Q plus 1. Even this is also A. Increment I. Increment I as well as increment Q. Now compare T of I is B and P of Q plus 1 is B. Now compare T of I, B and B. Both are same. Increment I and increment Q. Now compare C with D. This does not match. if you see, T of I is C and P of Q plus 1 is D. So this, they are not same. If they are not same, what we need to do is bring Q to pi of Q. Please note that if they are same, you need to increment I as well as you need to increment Q. If they are not same, bring Q to pi of Q. Now what is the value of pi of Q? Pi of Q value is 2. Now I need to bring this Q back to pi of Q. Pi of Q was 2. I need to bring this Q back to 2. Now I'll write this diagram here. A, B, D. This was 0, 0, 1, 2, 0. Now after doing a comparison, T of I with P of Q plus 1, if they are not equal, then you need to bring Q back to pi of Q. Pi of Q was 2. Now this case. Now once again do a comparison. T of I is C and P of Q plus 1 is A. Even in this case, they are not same. If they are not same, bring Q back to pi of Q. Now what is pi of Q? Pi of Q is 0. Now I need to rewrite here. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 0. What was pi of Q? Q was 0. I'll bring Q here. Now same thing. I'll go back. I'll compare T of I with P of Q plus 1. I'll compare T of I is C and here Q plus 1 is A. They are not same. Now what it says, if they are not same, bring Q back to pi of Q. What is pi of Q? Pi of Q, maybe here Q is already 0. Now in this case you need to check one more condition. While bringing, if Q is already 0, then increment I. In this case Q is already 0, so I need to increment I. Now I gets incremented here. Now do a comparison. T of I is A compared with A. Both are same. Now increment I, increment Q. Next, B compared with B. Both are same. Increment Q, increment B. Now T of I is C, P of Q plus 1 is A. Both are not same. Do a comparison, both are not same. Bring Q to pi of Q. What is pi of Q? Pi of Q is 0. Bring Q back to 0. Now I'll write here. Bring Q back to pi of Q. So I have got Q back to 0. Now compare T of I, which is C, and P of Q plus 1 is A. Both are not same, but Q is already been initialized to 0. So I need to increment I. This case. Now A compared with A, both are same. So increment I, increment Q. B compared with B, both are same. Increment Q, increment I. A compared with A, both are same. Increment Q, increment I. Now B compared with B, increment Q, increment I. Now compare A with D. Both are not same. Now what you are supposed to do is, both are not same. Now you need to bring the Q value back to pi of Q. Pi of Q is 2. So you need to bring this Q value back to 2. I'll write here. A, B, D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 0. I'll bring back this Q back to 2. This was my Q. Now compare A with the next character here. A matches increment I, increment Q. B with B matches increment Q, increment I. Now D compared with D, both are same. Now, whenever you are doing this particular operation, when Q comes to 5, or let me call it as M, which is nothing but the size of pattern. Whenever Q comes to M, that is size of pattern, it indicates pattern is found. Hope this is clear. This is about how KMP string matching algorithm works. Now let's see how to write or how to design the pseudocode for the construction of the prefix function as well as the KMP string matching algorithm. Yeah, let's see the first algorithm, how to compute the prefix function. As we know that the prefix function, which is denoted with pi, the prefix table, which is denoted with pi, is being calculated for the pattern. So for this particular algorithm or for this particular pseudocode, the input is only pattern. So input is a pattern, which is denoted with p. Now, what is the first thing that we are going to get? We are extracting the length of the pattern. M is nothing but the length of the pattern, and I am taking a new array denoted with pi, which is nothing but my prefix table, which holds the prefix value for each of the character. Now, as you have seen earlier, that for the first character in the pattern, the prefix value is always 0. So therefore, pi of 1 is being initialized to 0. Next is I have taken there is a variable initialized 0 and the variable name is k. Now I need to find the prefix value from the second character till last character. Hence there is a for loop for q is equal to 2 to m. And k is nothing but is the count which tells the longest suffix is equal to its prefix. So while k is 0, initially k will not be equal to 0. Hence k is equal to pi of k. That means even for the second character, if the second character is not same as that of the first character, then even for that value, pi of q will be 0. Only thing is if pi of k plus 1 is equal to if p of k plus 1 is equal to p of k, I need to increment k. I think probably this step was clearly explained in the previous example. And finally, what we are going to return? We are going to return the prefix table, which is denoted with pi. Now coming to the time complexity of this particular code, how much time we take? It depends what is the size of the pattern. Depending upon the number of characters in the pattern, will take that much time. So the time complexity of computing the prefix function, I can denote it as order of m. If m is the number of characters in the pattern, then it will take that much time. Yeah. Coming to the actual KMP string matching algorithm, if you see, the algorithm has two inputs. The first input is the text t, and the second input is the pattern denoted with p. First thing what we are doing is we are going to get the length of the text as well as the length of the pattern. T dot length, which is initialized to n, which is nothing but the length of the text, and m is the length of the pattern. The first thing that we are supposed to do is we calculated or we found the prefix table for the pattern. So there is the third step. Third step is compute the prefix table for the pattern, and I am storing the result in q. As you saw in tracing, we took two different variables. One variable by name q, which was initially pointing to 0, and one more variable I, which was the index to the text. Index of the text was initialized to 1, and the index of the pattern was initialized to 0. Now there is a while loop, while q greater than or equal to 0 and p of q plus 1 not equal to t of I. Now as we saw, whenever we were doing comparison, if t of I was not equal to p of q plus 1, we need to reinitialize the value of q to pi of q. That is what we are doing. Q is equal to pi of q. In case if the t of I was matching to p of q plus 1, we need to update the value of I and q. Q is being updated here, and I automatically gets updated in the for loop. Now while doing so, if the value of q is having a value of n, then it implies that pattern is found at a particular shift. That means print pattern occurs with the shift I minus m. With the shift I minus m. then I'm reinitializing the value of q to pi of q. In the sense, if I want to proceed my search further, if there is the occurrence of the pattern for the second time or the third time in my text, then I need to reinitialize the value of q to pi of q. That I have done here. Now this is about the KMP string matching algorithm. As I told, the time complexity or the time taken to compute this prefix function depends upon the size of the pattern. So this third step takes order of m time. Now coming to the fifth step. Fifth step is a for loop which is being iterated from 1 to n. So here the number of comparison that I am doing within this loop is limited to n. So this is order of n. Order of m. Hence, the time complexity of this KMP string matching algorithm is the asymptotically bigger one among order of m and order of n. We know that n is asymptotically greater when compared to m. Hence, the time complexity of KMP string matching algorithm is order of n. Hope this is clear. Thank you.